Hi everyone, Jewel here with J7409 Weather and more today. Today, of course, is Thursday, the 5th of March, 2020. So much to talk about. Let's get right to it. This is win, my friends. All of this right here in the pink is wind warnings. All of this in the brown is wind warnings. The wind's going to blow really hard, folks. I'm going to show you in a moment. We know the severe weather is going to be down in the areas of Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia today, and the Florida Panhandle. We're going to get to that in just a moment. So stick around. All kind of things going on. This severe thunderstorms and heavy rain is going to impact the Gulf states and southeast through tonight. Canadian low pressure system is going to produce snow across the northern Great Lakes today. We're going to have some wintry conditions over the eastern Great Lakes and interior northeast tomorrow. And showers and mountain snow is going to be arriving, as I told you yesterday, in the Pacific Northwest today. And warm temperatures is going to be in the Midwest this weekend. Everybody who's had really warm temps up in these areas, it will cool down a bit. It's not going to be bitter winter cold, but it's going to cool down. Then it's going to warm up over the next few days, and then again coming up in the coming days it's going to get chilly again. So spring itself is not here yet, but it's not too far away, hopefully. But we're still going to have some wintry precipitation. I do want to continue first off with the wind today. It's going to be something, but before I get into that and show you, please keep your prayers with everyone in eastern Tennessee at this time still. The death toll has risen from the tornado they had, and still many people are missing. So please keep those people in your prayers. This is set for let's move it up some, around 9 to 11 this morning. This is around 11 a.m. You can see where this wind is going to be. It's going to be very heavy. Let's move the map down just a tad, and we'll check it out. This is wind gust. Now, the wind gust is what you're going to have to worry about today. It's going to be windy. North, South Dakota, Minnesota. It's going to come down in Iowa. And it's going to move on down, as you can see, into Nebraska. We do have some wind at this time in the morning hours this morning, picking up in parts of Alabama, Florida. You can see right in here. But as the day moves through, we're just going to turn this on, let it roll through. It's going to intensify. That's what's going to happen in the early hours of the afternoon. Look at this wind. The wind gust up here, 55 miles per hour. That's a lot of wind, folks. Please be prepared for it. We come down to Florida. We'll see what this is looking like. 42 mile per hour wind gust. Very, very windy. By the time that this system here gets off the coast, this thing's going to crank on up. I mean, big time. Hopefully, if it keeps moving along like it is now, you can see it starts getting circulation right in here. The barometric pressure is going to fall like crazy. And this is going to feed for everyone who lives in the coastal areas of northern Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. This is going to feed water into every little creek, river, lake, ditch, whatever you want to call it. If it's close to you, it's going to start pushing this water inland some. I don't think you'll have tremendous flooding, but you could have some flooding, so you need to pay attention to that, as it's right here off the coast of South Carolina. 49 mile per hour wind gust. Still, we'll go to Iowa, 50 mile per hour wind gust. The backside of the system is going to bring so much wind with it. That's why it's so important to pay attention. When we get up to around 11 o'clock tonight, it hasn't moved very much at all. We'll see what it's looking like. Around midnight, 1 a.m., it should be off the coast then, and you can see that these winds, 74 miles per hour, hurricane, hurricane speed winds. And these winds are offshore. They are in the water, but they're going to be pushing water in, so everyone needs to pay attention to that and stay safe. So there you have it. It's going to be windy. You can see in Wisconsin. We'll move up here, 42 mile per hour wind gust. This is going to go down in parts of Illinois, 38. Just be safe. And if you've got anything outside in these areas that I've pointed out to you that may blow away your trash cans, your plants, anything, you need to protect them or bring them in now. I do want to give you a quick update of what's going on with this COVID-19 this morning. I'm not going to go into a great detail about this. I will say there's at least 57 schools are closed between Washington State, New York, and Rhode Island. And over in California, you can see how things are exploding. There's over 9,000 people that are in quarantine right now. Also, we've got some new places that's popped up. I want to get into that right quickly. 11 people have died so far from this. We all know about the cruise ship off the coast of California. Just a mess. I just ask everybody to stay safe, wash your hands, stay in. Don't do anything you should not do, especially if you're like myself, you're in the older group. You already have things that are wrong with you with existing conditions. This is no time to be going out unless you have to, if you live in these areas. This map, it is in just about every state, folks, but we'll know it when we know it. But I do want to point out there are some new places that have showed up. It seems to be right now as we check down here. This is New York. It still has this one right in here. But when we move up some, we have one in New Jersey this morning. In Bergen County, New Jersey, we have a new confirmed patient. This hasn't been showing up. I just want to show you a few new ones that are showing up. Later this evening, I'll try to have a complete update. We'll go over everything. But we do have a new one in New Jersey. We know New York while we're here. They have 10 confirmed just in that one area there in Westchester County. Moving down, Raleigh still only has one at this time. I know this number is not correct. Florida's numbers are not correct, but they are showing 2 still in Hillsborough, Florida, just a little bit east of Tampa, and there's still one in Sarasota. There's many, many more here also. In Atlanta, let's see if we can get it to come up. Still 2. I know there's more there. I know there's some where it's not showing up, as I've told you. But as we move across down in Texas, we have a new spot this morning. As we move over, this is getting closer to Houston now. This is in Fort Bend County. You have a confirmed case. This case hasn't been showing up. This case here is still confirmed in San Antonio. So we got a new one that is showing up on this map in Texas and in New Jersey as we move across. Still the same. We have these 2 in Arizona. But look at California. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different places. It is breaking out with many people in each. I do think, as I said last night in Oregon, it's possibly going to have a much larger breakout at some point. It's stuck between Washington State and California, the 2 largest areas that we are able to find out about at this time with the breakouts. So everyone stay safe. Please stay safe, as well as my friends up in Canada and around the world. South Korea, Italy, Iran, Japan, France, Germany, everybody. We're up to 159 now. Please stay safe, and all my friends down on the islands, of course, where it's broke out. You guys, please do what you should do and stay safe. Now, as we start looking at severe weather for today, this is what it's looking like. It's all down south, folks. Severe thunderstorms are going on right now in parts of Alabama. No tornado outbreaks have happened as of yet. And it's looking like this system, for the most part of the severe weather, is going to be in the very low corner of Alabama, the Florida Panhandle, and southern Georgia for today. We have this marginal risk that moves out around it, and yes, we're going to have thunderstorms. My state's going to get drenched with rain today, tonight, and tomorrow, but this system, once it gets up around South Carolina and North Carolina, should move on out to sea, as I showed you a while ago. But this is the greatest chance of severe weather in these areas for today. So far as tornadoes go, we got a 5% chance in the entire Florida Panhandle, except for the very western section of the Panhandle. Down in Alabama, you see this little corner here. There's where you have it, and in all of southern Georgia. 5%, 2% wherever you see the green of a tornado popping up. When it comes to the wind, now the wind is going to be a problem if this will load up. I hope it does. Here we go. The wind in the same areas where the greater chances for tornadoes are, the wind is going to be a problem, up to 15%. It's going to be very windy, and these wind gusts, as I have showed you, are going to be very high at times. Please be aware. When it comes to the chance of some hail, we have that 5% chance. It moves up to southern South Carolina with these storms as they move through. Please be safe, folks, and protect your things outside if they could blow away. There is that chance of the severe downdraft winds, hail, torrential rains that can cause flooding, flash flooding, and we do have a chance of more tornadoes. Now, as we take a look at the NAM map, courtesy of Tropical Tidbits, this is the GFS run today. I'm just going to turn it on and tell you guys, well, I don't want this to happen to. Now we've got it running right, hopefully. I've got really bad internet problems, folks, so just please excuse me. Okay, here we go. You see the timestamp right here. You can see what day it is and what time it is and what's going on. What is happening exactly? Well, we got a surface low pressure system. It's a stall front that's draped along the Gulf Coast. Now, with these two things, they're the focus for numerous showers and thunderstorms today from the lower Mississippi Valley to the southeast. We have a nearly continuous feed of subtropical and Gulf moisture over this frontal boundary. Now, that's going to help fuel and organize thunderstorms from the lower Mississippi Valley to the southern mid-Atlantic and the southeast. We're going to get rain, folks. Now, I've showed you there is that chance for severe weather in southern Georgia, southeast Alabama, and northern Florida. And also, we have a moderate risk that goes over into eastern Mississippi and central Alabama for this morning, where you guys, like I said, Alabama was already having severe storms earlier this morning. You still may be having them. You can pick up 1 to 3 inches of rain. Now, all this rapid runoff and urban ponding and localized flash flooding is going to be more prevalent over the region. These regions, I've told you, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, as this progresses through today and tomorrow. So please be aware of what's coming up your way along with the wind. We've got a low pressure system that's going to track to the upper Mississippi Valley and Great Lakes region today and the northeast tomorrow, and on the northern and western flanks of this storm, a cold front's going to push southward, leading to an injection of colder air along the east of the Mississippi River by the start of the weekend. Now, this is going to lead to wintry weather. Yes, wintry weather, and most notably across the upper peninsula of Michigan, where precipitation enhancement from Lake Superior is going to aid in snow accumulations of 6 to 12 inches of snow. That's what it's looking like. Now, the best chances for snow in the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic will be in the Appalachians with lighter accumulations. And additionally, there will be the coastal rains from the northern Mid-Atlantic that will be happening with it, while some snow may mix in with the rain in portions of southern New England. So if you're in these areas, stay alert, be aware. You might be getting some snow. Sounds like it. That's what's going to happen, especially in these parts. I've told you, you could get a great anywhere from a half a foot to a foot in some places. Now, in the west, we got a system from the northeast Pacific, and it's going to move on shore today, bringing multiple rounds of rain, mountain snows to the Pacific Northwest, spreading into the interior Northwest by tomorrow. And snow's going to be heavy at times, especially for the higher peaks of the Cascades and the Olympic Ranges. For much of the Southwest and the plains, mild and dry conditions are expected. And by the weekend, much of the Midwest will see temperatures ranging between 10 to 20 degrees above normal. And that's a check of your weather today. Have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day. Thank you for everything you do for me. Thank you for the donations. I just thank you for watching and sharing my videos. We all got to stick together, folks. I love you very much. Stay safe and peace, love, and kindness to each of you. Thanks for watching.